Hi, my name is Mitchell. I am the technical co-founder here at Realms of Shad, and welcome to Product Notes number 2. This is the World Building edition, so let's get into it. Realms of Shad is a storytelling platform. Whether you're playing virtually or in person, solo or with a group, Realms of Shad has you covered. But what is a story without the world in which it exists? The Compendium is a suite of tools to help you manage your world state. And at the heart of the Compendium are entities. Entities can take on many types. I'll post those here. The main groupings are characters, establishments, events, locations, items, organizations, and miscellaneous things like laws or technologies. Only the realm owner can create and manage entities in the Compendium. So let's do that now. Let's create a new character called Millicent Commonbrook. Let's create the description: an elder wizard who wanders the wildwood forest around Meltwater. Extremely antisocial, but rarely violent. Now, at the bottom of the form, you can select the toggle to create more if you want to just create one after another in quick succession. Once created, the details will pop up, and you can see the name, the type, visibility information, the public description, and private notes. Private notes are just for you, and they are fully markdown compatible. Let's talk about visibility. If we go to edit this entity and scroll down to the bottom, you can see a list of all members inside of your realm and the access that they have, whether or not they can see that entity in their compendium. There are quick controls here. If you go to the entity details, the 3-dot menu at the top, you can quickly reveal this entity to the realm. And if you go back to the entity list in the compendium, the 3-dot menu here, once you select multiple, will allow you to bulk reveal entities to your realm. Let's also talk about merging here. As your entity list grows, you may accidentally create the same entity twice. Well, that's a little bit annoying, so we actually have controls here to merge entities into one. We can merge the private notes as well as the visibility. And finally, in the main compendium, you can search by name, description, or you can filter by type. Okay, let's talk about relationships. Just like entities, relationships have types. I'll post those here now. The main groupings are commerce, employment, locational, organizational, and ownership. I have 3 entities here now. We have Millicent, we have the Wildwood Forest, and we have Meltwater. So if we go to Millicent, we can edit that record, we can add a new relationship, and we'll say Millicent resides in the Wildwood Forest. And we can save that, go back to the entity details, and see that relationship in the sidebar. Now, if we click on that, we can navigate directly to Wildwood Forest. Let's add a new relationship for Wildwood Forest. Wildwood Forest is located near Meltwater. We'll save that, exit, go back to the details, and we can quickly navigate between each of these entities through that entity sidebar. And just like entities, relationships have the same visibility settings. Now, something to note here. Let's say we have 2 entities with a relationship linking them. If a player has access to one of those entities and their relationship, they will not see that relationship. Only when they have access to both entities will they see that relationship. Let's take a step back. At Realms of Shad, we don't want you to feel like you are locked into our platform. World building takes a lot of time and energy. And that's why we have built robust export and import controls right into the compendium. When you select export from the 3-dot menu at the top, you can export your visibility controls as well as your private notes, and you can export as a JSON file or a bundle. The bundle is a zip file containing individual markdown files for each of your entities. You can import them into tools like Obsidian and edit them there. The JSON file, on the other hand, can be used to import your compendium into other realms, share with friends, share with the internet, and they can also import into their own realms. Why? Why are we building the compendium inside of Realms of Shad? I want to go back to this question of what is a story without the world in which it exists? Story and world, they go hand in hand, and that's why the compendium has a home inside of Realms of Shad. I want to talk about the future, where we're going with this. We have these robust controls for how to create and manage your world state, but I want to clue in here to the live transcript. As you play, your words are transcribed live for you. Well, if, let's say, for example, Wildwood was transcribed, it will most likely be transcribed to WILD space WOOD, which is incorrect. It's a proper noun that we are trying to reference. We can use this compendium to correct spelling within a live transcription. That's where we're going next. There's also linking. Let's say Wildwood is referenced 20 times inside of a transcript across multiple sessions. You might be able to pull up that transcript at each of those locations and read about the context in which it was talked about. That's also extremely powerful for world building and session planning, and part of why we are also building the compendium. And finally, in the very distant future, hopefully not too distant, we also want to auto-link and auto-create entities from the transcript. You don't even have to create these entities in your compendium. As you play inside of Realms of Shad, you will be able to build your compendium dynamically without ever having to create or touch any of these controls. That is where we're going, and that is why we're building the compendium inside of Realms of Shad. That's all I have for you. Thank you for joining me for Product Notes number 2, the World Building Edition. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Super loud bird.